What is health? Take a second and think about it. What is health for you? So what does truly mean to be healthy? Some of us will try to eat well, to move our body, to maybe even take up mindfulness or meditation. But let's be honest, the majority of us will not really think about health until something gets wrong, until we start to have some discomforts or some pains. And then we will start to search for answers, for relief, for a fix. And unfortunately, most of us ends up, or many of us ends up on a hamster wheel, where we are just moving from solution to solution, chasing fixes. But why it is so? Why we struggle to get better? Why we struggle to get lasting, really transformational solutions? One of the main reasons is because of how we see health, how we understand health. And in this video, we will be tackling exactly this issue and answering this question. So we will gain more clarity to be able to orient in the territory, in the maze of solutions and quick fixes, and be much better able to take care of our health. We live in a world that sees health in a mechanical way, like a machine. Parts, pieces, symptoms, something breaks, you fix it. Something hurts, you numb it. The mechanical way has really shaped our thinking, how we think about healing, how we feel about healing, and how we approach healing. Even in the health and wellness culture, very often the approach of treating the body it's in the same way. Diet, supplements, protocols, everything that promises to fix our health. But many of us, due to this culture of protocols and quick fixes, end up quite frustrated because transformational, lasting change somehow just it's elusive and feels to be out of reach. So in this video, we will not venture into yet the next solution, the next fix. We will pause and try to understand one of the fundamental obstacles to our health, and that is what is health itself. Imagine this. You are driving from point A to point B, but you have no map. You don't know where are you or even where you are going. You might get there eventually, but it's very likely that you will get lost and frustrated, tired, doubting yourself. Health works exactly in the same way. Without a map of the territory, it's very likely that we will get lost or confused on the way, but by beautiful, shining signs promising quick fixes that lead to a lot of frustration for many of us. So let's look a bit deeper. For example, let me give you an example. In the field of nutrition, and I believe that healthy nutrition is essential for our health. I'm a holistic nutritionist, so just let's get that out of the way. But the matter of fact is that a lot of people that decide to eat healthier feel really confused and overwhelmed by the changing and contradictory information that they find out there. For example, one year butter is an enemy, the next year it's a superfood. Superfoods overall rise and fall like TikTok trends. Turmeric, maca, ashwagandha, reishi, lion's mane, etc. Many of them are great, and I deeply support natural tools that support our health. I think they play a really important role for our health. But the point is, if we don't use them wisely, if we don't know where are we even located, meaning what we want to solve, what are we aiming for, what is health, what is the problem, etc., will be really hard to use them wisely and attain the desired results. And then many of us end up really frustrated and doubting ourselves. Am I broken? Is something wrong with me? Let's take the example of Jane. She's 39 years old, has a full-time job, back pain, digestive issues, it's tired all the time, in the evening has anxiety about her family, about her future, and she's tried everything, all the checks are okay, she's going to the gym, tries to eat healthy, tries to eat well, takes supplements, and yet she's just not feeling better. Sometimes she has slight improvement, but not really lasting change. And she starts to doubt herself. It's something wrong with me. I'm taking everything that it's supposed to get rid of my tiredness, but it's not. You see, nothing is wrong with Jane. It's not that she does not do enough effort. One main problem is that it's difficult to orient if we don't have an appropriate explanation what health even is. Indeed, one of the main obstacles is how we see health. We are not machines, we are living systems, dynamic, intelligent, and deeply interconnected. The moment we begin to see ourselves that way, things begin to change. Health isn't made of things to fix. It's made of relationships that we need to understand. As we have seen in previous videos, instead of looking at our health as a bunch of separated pieces in our body that need to be fixed, it's very important to see it as an interconnected, complex system, when our physical, emotional, and mental level are deeply interconnected. For example, if we are worried, or if we feel guilt or shame, or if we try to suppress our emotions, or if we indulge too much in anger, all these things that are just in our mind and in our feelings will affect our biology, the chemistry in our body, our hormone system, our nervous system, the tension in our muscles, our cardiovascular system. And simultaneously, for example, our physical body, if we have a stomachache, will affect our mood and the clarity of our thoughts. So everything is interconnected. Okay, so you may ask, if health is not about separated pieces or parts that need to be fixed, and it's not only about the absence of symptoms, what is health then? Well, health is about two main human needs: the need of freedom and the need of connection. The need of freedom is the ability to live fully without being held back, and the need for connection is to have a deep relationship with our body, emotions, and mind. This is the foundation of our health map. So let's go one by one to define with clarity what means to be healthy on the physical level, what means to be healthy on the emotional level, and what means to be healthy on the mental level, since the change on any level influences all the other levels. And if we want to achieve health on any of those levels, we need to know the territory. Where are we going? So let's have a look. If we want to achieve health on the physical level, it's very good that we frame the goal with clarity. What we are trying to achieve, what is our North Star, it's having and feeling freedom through our body. Basically, physical health isn't just about muscles or diets, it's about the freedom to move through life without pain, to wake up with energy, to work, play, and rest fully. And this type of freedom doesn't come by force. We cannot enforce it on our body and push it to feel the freedom of a healthy body. It comes from connection. So how we achieve freedom, therefore health on the physical level, it's through connection. It's from building a relationship with our body, that it's rooted in our listening. What that means? That means that we really listen to the signals that our body is trying to convey to us. where there are some that are usually pretty clear, like it's hunger, tiredness, or tension. If we start to listen to these signals, and respond wisely, our vitality will definitely start to increase and we will start to improve our health. And of course, there is much more to the wisdom of our body. There are many signals, for example, a cramping discomfort or pain, or a tension somewhere, or electric pain, or burning sensation, or coldness in a part of the body. They all have a lot of meaning and bring very, very deep information about ourselves. This is a very vast and really interesting topic that we will be doing a full course about in the future. Health on the emotional level. What is the goal? The goal is to achieve freedom to feel. Emotional health isn't about being happy all the time. It's about the freedom to feel without being overwhelmed or suppress our feelings, to express ourselves honestly, to be able to be steady in the storm and joyful in the calm. And this type of freedom, how we get there, of course, by connecting, by having a relationship with our emotions, to courageously turn inward and feel what is really there, to understand it, not to judge it. And there it's where our emotional health starts to improve and our emotional resilience starts to grow. What is health on the mental level? What's the goal? The goal is freedom of thought and clarity. Mental health is often misunderstood. It's not just about avoiding stress, it's about the freedom to think clearly, to focus, to manage your attention well, to be creative, to solve problems, to have imagination. And how we get there, how we gain the creativity and clarity. Of course, by connection, by connecting and developing an intimate relationship with our mind, with a mindful awareness of our thoughts, beliefs, our style of perception, our limitations. When we understand the patterns we are led by, we are not ruled by them any longer. And therefore, we have the freedom to think and see the world as we really desire. When you stop seeing health as a list of problems to fix or solutions to achieve, but as a web of relationships that need to be understood, something does really shift. And when you realize that health is actually not a destination, but a journey of freedom not to be held back by our body, our mind, and our emotions, to be able to be fully free. And how we reach this freedom is by deep, intimate connection. The connection with our emotional world, the signals from our body, and all the streams of thoughts, and cognitive processes in our mind. And once we start to develop this connection, it's like our compass, that it's really helpful for us to not be distracted by shiny objects of quick fixes and really be attuned and aligned to our needs. It gives you clarity, not only clarity about what is happening to you, but how you grow and learn from it, maintaining this dynamic stability and adaptability that it's a core element of what health is. So, for example, instead of chasing the next trend or quick fix, we can start to ask better questions like, what is my body asking for right now? Or what emotion needs to be felt, not necessarily fixed? What thought patterns need to be understood, not silenced? And so forth. In this way, we will definitely be a step closer to true healing. And before you go, ask yourself, where do I feel? Really try to feel where I feel disconnected right now. What would be a small act of connection that I could do today to feel a little bit closer and have a better relationship with that aspect of myself? That's a very important first step. And if you feel stuck, if the confusion is too strong, if the disconnection is too deep, don't worry, you are not alone. Sometimes we just need some support in our path of healing. If you feel called to explore the path of homeopathy, that it's really holistic and supportive in all these different elements, you can reach out. And thank you very much for coming on this journey with me today. And until the next time, take care and stay curious.